All right, something kind of cool here. If you're part of the Discord for GSPRO, you may have even seen this, but they're offering people to play some of the beta courses and report back to them things that they find, things that aren't working, hazards that don't look right, things like that. Since I'm recording the rounds anyway, I of course offered. And we have our first one here. This is King's Forest Club in Ontario, Canada. John M. designing it. And it says beta right in the front. And we can play the whites today. And we're going to do a little beta testing tonight. We'll keep the mic close by. I'm not sure if I'm going to use it. Maybe we can just clip it up here. Alright, right off the bat, loaded nice. Looks nice. Let's do an overview here. Everything looks fairly good so far. The hazard lines look correct. Let's play a little bit. We've got our first Titleist RCT casualty. It has cracked. That's where that ball speed came from. Alrighty, I'll pick up here, flying over to hole number 2, and you'll notice some significant lag. Apparently, this can happen if the course designers are adding just way too much detail into the grass, particularly if they're using, like individual blades of grass or something crazy like that. This is the first version of this course. And I think this course is almost ready to come out by the time I'm just editing it. So they work really quick. If you are going to do these beta tests, then test the ones that are just coming out and hit it out of bounds, hit it in some hazards. Notice the frame rates and stuff like that. Here we'll see some tree dynamics, of course, on purpose, just for testing purposes. Kind of went right through all that, and then again, that was actually a pretty good shot. I'm actually pretty impressed with that. But we're looking at the hazard lines. There's a whole list of stuff that you're supposed to look at for these beta testings. I just commented that the things that I encountered were working well, but everyone who played this course experienced this frame rate issue, so the course designer fixed that immediately, I believe. There's another beta version out there that I downloaded, and then there was another update after that to download again. So they get the comments pretty quickly and then make the changes pretty quickly, and then the courses come out to the regular stable version. That was a par 5 in 2 for a birdie. And I apologize. It is difficult to watch how skippy that is. So it makes me happy that these things are worked out before the courses get out there. And, if it's part of doing my little duty to try and get some beta testing in for some of these course designers, then so be it. Good little par save there. Nothing too out of the ordinary. Chipping from the rough. And super skippy again. Another par 5 here on the 6th. Finding the tall grass over here. Deep rough, 246. Not sure what I'm aiming at. Oh, pretty good little back in play. And watching it back, I could have hit 2 trees already and haven't experienced any of that. So if all of the tree physics were in and things like that, also things to notice. Another decent chip to save par, and that +1 score so far carrying on to the 7th hole. Another par 3, 151. This pin guarded by a bunker in the back left. Taking the safe shot here to the middle of the green. And another par on the card. Kings Forest Golf Club in general seems like a pretty awesome course to go play. Really tough trees if you get in there. I was pretty lucky to have a little space to get out when I hit it in there, but you won't see many of those. A draw with a driver for me. Very does not happen very often. And then a poor effort there, but you did see the ball kind of land on the fringe and then kick off of the fringe just like it would in real life. I thought that was pretty accurate. Just really hoisting these drives up in the air. 16, 18, 19 launch. Alright, 115, 116 up the hill, playing about 120. And that just had to have been very poor contact, depending on what club that was. Looks like I kept the same club and tried to pay a little bump and run, and the Garmin handling that perfectly. Kings Forest Golf Club also handling that perfectly. And the front 9 wrapped up here, going to the 10th hole, par 4. 406 yards, a little uphill. The holes are all pretty straight. I will say that about Kings Forest Golf Club. We're not getting up and around the corner of a cliff or hitting down a waterfall or any crazy things like that, which sometimes are really fun in the sim. But if you're just trying to practice golf shots, then Kings Forest Golf Club will probably already be out in the non-beta version, working beautifully because of the people going out there and testing it by the time this video hits my channel. Alright, here we go. I just was talking about hitting off a waterfall, and we're going off a cliff to kind of an island fairway with a pond in front. Super spinny, but it's going to hold the fairway here and leave about 118 left. Pin right in the middle. And dialing in 117.9 total length. So got that correct, just a little bit offline. And a skippy route over to the 12th, which is a par 4, a little bit shorter, 334 yards. I don't know where these draws are coming from. It's bizarre. 1-2-1 out of the bunker. Probably gave it a little too much club. Not probably. When you end up 15 yards past the pin, you gave it a little too much. Ooh, trying to get cute with a flop shot. Landed it too close to the pin, rolled past. Another bogey on the card. Kind of these tic-tac bogeys lately. Maybe just a little lack of focus, or, you know, sometimes you just gotta have bad luck when it comes to Oh, well, me testing it, hitting in the water. 3, 2, 1. Yes. All right. Out of bounds markers seem to work. Just, testing purposes, of course. Had nothing on that out of the rough. And then 46 remaining. This is the fourth shot of the par 4. And that was pathetic. Oh, God. Oh. Whew. Almost a triple bogey. Flying up and over to the 14th hole on par 3, 130 yards. And there's that big draw that you never want when you do hit it. Ends up left of the pin. Chipping out of the rough. Seems to be perfect. Little tap in par. We got 15, 16, 17, and 18 coming up. If you're still watching, make sure to leave a comment. Have you done any beta testing? Do you have GSPRO? What do you think about King's Forest if they fix all of the frames per second issues? An aggressive take here on this is a very reachable par 5, but had a bad drive in the kink of the elbow, and now not able to get that to stop for a birdie. Just a normal par there on 15. 16 upcoming. If you enjoy seeing new courses every day, new sim content videos, new ideas for your own sim space in your own garage, etc., make sure to hit the subscribe button, little bell button. We'll tell you when the new videos come out, which is every day. What a shot that ended up being. Over a tree, landing it in the rough, feeding it onto the green, and somehow capturing a birdie on 16. 17 looks like a tough one, uphill 175. Pretty small greens here on the back 9. This one coming out dead straight. Could we have back-to-back birdies? No, just a little short. And of course, why would it be a birdie when you can roll just past the par circle and then stop? So a bogey back on the card on 17. 18th hole, let's finish strong. Let's see what happens here. Looks like I'm grabbing a different driver. That's that TaylorMade R7 or something. It did not help. 304. Good opportunity to hit out of a tree and see what happens. There's a proper deflection and another good one. So tree physics working. I gave that everything I had. I'm going to say 91 club. Alrighty, last shot of the day, 61 yards. It's going to come up short, and then I'm going to kick it back over to in real time David for some closing analysis. No issues. Frames per rate were down a little bit. I just can assume that that's just because it's a beta version. Everything seemed pretty legit. We hit out of bounds once. We hit in the trees a couple times, a couple bunker shots. Everything looked on point here at King's Forest Golf Club, coming to GSPRO hopefully soon.